this here is the course ID. So let me say I'm doing BBLMS. I'll put this as BBLMS 101. That's my course ID. That's my external course key, right? That is what it basically represents. Now, you want, okay, if I'm putting the external course key here, if the course ID is the same as the external course key, am I now still going to put the same thing as the course ID? Yes. So basically, you're duplicating what you have under the external course key under the course ID. All right? You're duplicating what you have under the external course key under the external under the course ID. So don't let that confuse you. What you have in the external course key is the same thing you have in the course ID. What you have in the external course key is the same thing you have in the course ID. I need to repeat that so we understand, okay? Don't let it confuse you. Don't let it make you panic. It is the same thing, all right? You're basically just duplicating the course ID under the external course key and course ID. They are the same thing. So you're imputing that under the same thing. Then the next one we have is the course name, right? The name of the course. What's the name of the course? Blackboard. So we're calling it Blackboard Learning Management System. So that's the name of the course, right? That's the name of the course. Blackboard Learning Management System. You put in the course as it is written, as it is. Okay. Then the next one, we have term key. Now, this term key is the semester that course is in. What semester is that course? Is it a first semester course or is it a second semester course? Now, you will also notice that the term key, right? There's a template for semester. So you now have to upload your semesters first before you come back to the term key. Okay. We're going to come back to that part of the term. I'm going to explain that template to us, but let's just walk through here. So if this is Blackboard LMS or BBLMS 101, technically this will be a first semester course. So it will be known as what? Let's say the name of the school is what? PGM. So we'll call it PGM underscore FFS. FS here basically means first semester. FS means first semester. Then put a dot and we'll put the year that first semester is in. That's the term key. I'll go back again. External course key is your course ID. You duplicate the same thing under the course ID. Then you have the course name, which we all know as the course title. Okay? Which all know as a course title. So you input that the course name is also your course title. So just have an idea. Then the term key. Term here basically refers to the semester. All right, let's be clear. Term here basically refers to the semester. Don't get it confused. It is also known as a semester. Then after that, you finally have the one we also know as the data source key. Every institution possesses a data source key. It's either yours is in all caps or it's in lowercase. Okay, it's either it's in all caps or it's in lowercase. So we all have a data. Each institution has a data source key. Are we following? Each institution has a data source key, right? Any questions on that part? Let me open the microphone. Any questions? Or do we still find it confusing? Any questions? Just raise your hand and I'll pick you so you can. Do we have any questions about the course onboarding template? Is it clear now? Is the course onboarding template clear now? Okay, Oluwatosin Kachi. Okay, Mr. Tosin, you unmute your mic and ask your question.
Thank you. Sorry, I am not seeing your screen. I don't know, maybe you are showing anything on the screen.
Okay, just a moment. Just a moment. Okay, go ahead. Can you see it now? Mr. Tosin, can you see it now?
Not yet, please.
Okay. So do you have a question? Okay, no question. Dr. Abdulaziz, please kindly unmute your mic and go ahead, sir. Okay, I think he has gone. Okay, Mr. Mwazu Umar, please could you unmute your mic and ask your question? Your mic is not unmuted yet, sir. You're still muted, sir. Okay, while is it Dr. Mr. Mwazu is still trying to unmute his mic. Mr. Kanfa, Plateau State Polytechnic. Could you unmute your mic? Is the screen visible now? Can we all see the screen?
Yeah, it's visible on my side. Good morning,
Okay.
sir.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. My own question is, you see some institution where this course ID, course name are, you see them indicating either a short abbreviation of the institution before including the course ID itself. Let me
Yes.
say like Lapoli.
Yes, I understand.
Maybe plapoli.bblms 101
Yes.
for
Yes.
easy identification, because when one is not careful, when this is
Yeah.
being done like this, it might conflict with other institution course ID, and then when assigning it to your institution or to your instructors,
Staff.
you
Yeah.
might pick the wrong one. So I
Right.
feel this is very important. And then initially the term key, some of these
Yes.
menu initially was not well defined because just the template was given out, and some
Yes.
people are finding it so difficult allocating or understanding what most of the terms are. So like
Yes.
the first one that you said, the course ID, and then the first column, yes, which is the
Yes.
external course
External
key.
cross key. Yes.
Some people will not even understand that the external course key, it's the same as the course ID. Some will
Exactly.
uh feel it's maybe the external course key might be maybe the name of the institutional course key, something like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at least
Yeah.
the way you explain now, it's far better, and then it's easy for one to comprehend.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, sir. So just to also add to what Mr. Kamfa just said now, you might be wondering why we're asking you to impute your initials of your institutions on before the course or before the course codes. It's just for uniqueness, right? It's just for uniqueness. That's why, and it is important to include that so that when your lecturers or staffs are trying to search for that course using the self-enrollment option, they can easily type, once they type in probably the name, the initials of the school with dot or hyphen, depending on how you impute. Like for me, most often time, I usually use the hyphen. You can use the dot if you don't want to use a hyphen, but anyone you use. So when they search like that, they're able to, get the exact course that is uniquely designed or defined for their own institution. All right. That is the idea of the initials of each institution added. Right. Mr. Moss, are you able to unmute now? Okay, go ahead,
Yes,
sir.
please. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, regarding this morning, thank you. Regarding this template for course onboarding, if
Yes.
you ask departments to bring their courses for onboarding,
Yes.
for instance, Mass 111,
Okay.
you discover that maybe computer science department is offering Mass 111, and then statistics department is offering Mass 111. And then when you ask them to bring list of their courses for onboarding, you discover that computer science will bring Mass 111 in their course, and then statistics will
Okay.
bring Mass 111 in their course. In that
Yeah.
scenario, what should you do
So,
to
okay.
avoid duplication?
Okay. So my first question is the same math 111 taken by the same single lecturer or they are different lecturers?
Yes, at some
Okay.
at some instances, different lecturers,
Yeah.
while some is the same lecturer.
Okay, good. Not a problem. So there are two ways to do it, right? There are two ways. One of the
Yes,
first
please.
step is you can leave it as math 111 as a general, right? Which we know it as, right?
Yes,
That's one.
yes.
Another option is putting what we call maybe numeric differentiation.
Okay.
Okay, numeric differentiation. So
Yes.
if 5 departments are taking it, You can just use
Yes.
numeral differentiation to differentiate. Oh, okay, this is 1, 2, 3. So I'm taking math 111. What department are you in? Okay, I'm in department of this. Okay, your own is math 111. This is your numerical. Basically, using the numerical to differentiate the different departments.
Okay, it's all right.
You understand? Using the numerical to differentiate the departments. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, in the earlier templates, although there's this field or column, so to say, this term key.
Which of them?
Term key after course name.
Yes.
Column D.
Yes.
In the initial templates, there were a lot of confusion from our end, and I learned we should ignore the term key for that moment. I don't know if it's back in use now.
Yeah. No, so initially we didn't want, we noticed that a bit of the term key was then, that was back then, was causing confusion, but it was at the end of the day, because of that confusion, we said no, we need to take our time and explain it properly so everybody don't get confused, right? Let's explain it properly. So the term key in essence is basically your semester.
I understand.
You understand? It's basically your semester. So you have first semester and second semester. The idea is that if your lecturers are taking a course and they want to drill down from the Blackboard system and say, oh, they want to know their entire second semester courses, once they say by semester, they search for their semester, they're able to drill down to the second semester of those courses. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm also going to go back. I'm going to explain the term templates so you understand the importance. You know how to generate your own term and how you can now input it in onboarding, on the course onboarding.
It's all right.
Is that okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
It's
okay
for now.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Any further questions? Anybody have any further questions or need any further clarity? Any further questions? Need further clarity? Okay, Mr.
Hello,
Kamfa,
sir.
please go ahead. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. I can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Hello?
I can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Hello? I'm pleading.
Hello, sorry, Mr. Dr. Sulu. Yeah, Dr. Sulu, go ahead. I can hear you.
That some of us due to network hitches, we found it so difficult to join. Yes. I say some of us due to network hitches, we found it so difficult. You were 10 minutes before 10, but it was very, very impossible to join. So I'm pleading, if at the conclusion you can run down the summary of the something so that we can capture, please.
Yeah, there's a recording. Don't worry.
Because this lesson is very vital in this digital age, and I'm pained that I came late.
No. I'm pleading. Don't worry. You're safe.
Before you conclude.
You're safe, sir. Don't worry. You're safe. You're good.
Kindly.
There's a recording. So don't worry. You're safe. You're good. Don't worry, sir. We'll get a recording sent to the community group after we're done with this. Like, I'm going to watch it. Don't worry. You're safe, sir.
So, sir, my question.
Yes.
Assuming, in most institutions, sir.
Yes.
In some cases, you see, like one course. Let's take example of this maths MTH 111, whereby you have over 3 to 4 lecturers handling these courses in a certain department or 2 different departments. So, how can you allocate this course to all those lecturers? How can you involve or include them in this? Because I believe this course should be mainly allocated to a single lecturer. So how can you include all of them in one?
Okay, great. So my first question, right? I'm going to clear. Let's say 4 lecturers now taking same course, right? 4 lecturers in an instance taking the same courses. Now, are they both taking the 4 of them? Are they handling the entire departments for the 4 of them?
Yes. And then maybe what they did, they broke the topic into different sections. Maybe a lecturer is taking part of the course, and then another lecturer is taking part of the course, another into the 4 sections. Instead of one lecturer taking the entire course.
Okay, yeah, so it can work that way. That will bring it down to there's what they call the enrollment template. You can assign as much lecturers to a course. Yes, Chris.
So, good morning, everyone. To quickly speak on the question about enrollment. Yes, you can enroll multiple lecturers into the course. Now, if you said you have already divided the course of like physically in your schools or manually rather, what you just do, you enroll the 4 lecturers into those courses, into that particular course, and then you have the 4 of them upload their different course content. So let's say you have 4 different course contents in one course. So the first lecturer will take the first part of it, and then he can go out and then allow the second lecturer to take the second part. He doesn't have any form of, should I say, confusion or separation between the lecturers. They can take the course simultaneously, or they can do it one by one. Everybody takes their own, what they call their own section, and then waits for maybe the next week, next lecturer will take his own section of it. I hope that answers your question, sir.
To some extent, because I believe the course it's based on module, and then let me see the section, the module. Before you can access the next module, you have to complete the first module. It's just like chapter by chapter, because if you're not done with the first module, you cannot access the other one. So assuming each lecturer is taking each module, and they have to take these courses simultaneously, so how can they handle this
Okay, so
process?
okay, so if they're taking it simultaneously now, let's see, you have, like you mentioned, 4 modules, 4 different lecturers. Now, are you saying that everybody in that course will be learning separate things at the same time?
To some extent, I think in some cases it happens, sir.
Okay, so now, like I said, if you have a case like that where you have different students learning different parts of the course at the same time, you can just set up the course. The course has its own, like, there's a course settings in every individual course. Yeah. So what you just want to do, you set the course in such a way that you do not lock those modules upon finishing the first one. So let's say you have a lecturer that wants to take the 4th module. So instead of locking the whole course for everybody to finish before getting to that 4th module, you can leave all the modules open. So if a lecturer decides he wants to take the fourth module first, he can just direct his students to go to that module 4, and then they start from there. So you just have to do the settings from inside the course itself. You don't have any problems having multiple lecturers at the same time on one course.
It's okay. Thank you, sir.
Does that answer your question, Mr. Kamfa? You good?
Yes,
Yes,
I have
yes,
a question. I have a question.
Okay, Mr. Mohammed, go ahead, sir.
Hello, can I go ahead?
Yes, please. Okay, Dr. Sule, go ahead, sir.
Okay.
No.
My concern has to do with this course regulation of the thing.
Course regulation.
Provided, like say, like we have the Math 111 here, and then we have probably the student of 2-3 department are offering those courses. So what I'm thinking is that is it not okay we have a feed for a department, so that you can put a departmental code there, so that when we are doing the course registration, the particular course will be linked to a particular department, so that we not cause confusion.
Yeah, on that aspect, you see, it's so beautiful. Now that's another idea for some form of differentiation for yourself. If that's how you want to design your own, it is also welcome. You understand? If we choose to want to put the department initials in front to let students know that this is for a particular department, then it also works that way. The idea is that you want everybody to be, in the right place. So giving them the right code or the right process is what they get. So it's fine. You can impute the course code. You can put the departmental code in front of the course, so that when you're searching and they search for it, they find it, they can enroll for it. So it's fine. It can also work that way if you want it. Yeah, Mr. Mohammed, you dropped your hand. What was your question, sir? Sorry. Mr. Mohammed, SS Mohammed, sir, you raised your hand. Okay. Mr. Moazu, yes. Mr. Moazu, you want to you have a question? Unfortunately, I can't hear you well, sir.
I'm facing an issue.
Okay.
This is Moazu speaking.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead. You're breaking up,
please.
Go ahead.
Regarding this adding some institution might say, hello, okay, adding course or course ID. Some institution might say you are changing their course ID. What should we do at that instance?
So I don't think you're necessarily changing, you're only adding. It still remains the same course code or the course ID. What you can let them understand is that due to how the system is designed, this is imputed because of uniqueness to differentiate your course code from other institutions.
Okay. It's all right.
You're not changing anything. If it's there, just leave it there. Just adding the initials of the school at the back of it or anywhere you want to add. Then if you want to add, like Dr. Sule said, if you want to add the departmental initials in front, you can also do that also.
Department. It's all right. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem. All right, so let's move forward to the next. So I think we're good with the this particular template. So I'm just going to move over to the next one, which we know as the course node association. Okay. Course node association. Now, this particular template, I sometimes maybe I would think that maybe this one, or I should think this is to be the easiest. While it is still the easiest, I'm sure it still poses a little bit of a confusion to everybody. Now, course onboarding or course node association. What is it about? What does it? How does it work? What does it represent? It's very simple. The course node association basically helps you associate the courses to probably the unique department or faculty. Now, do we remember the hierarchy nodes we created inside the Blackboard? Those departments and faculties we created. Do we remember? Those department, faculty of this, school of this, faculty of this, under the faculties, you now created departments. Those nodes you created, do we remember it? Now, you will now ask, how does this come into play? Right? How does it come into play? Those nodes you created, they are not just there for fun, they have a responsibility. Now you're onboarding, you want to now create when you've created courses, right? You need to now associate them to their probably respective department or respective faculties. Now the question is, how do I do that? How do I do that? Sorry, please, could you, I don't know, Dr. Sule, could you mute your mic, please? I'm getting a feedback from you. Could you mute your mic, sir?
Okay, okay.
Mr. Moss, do you want to ask a question? Okay, Mohammed Ibrahim, sorry. Mr. Mohammed Ibrahim, you can unmute your mic and ask your question. Mr. Mohammed Ibrahim, do you want to unmute your mic and ask your question? Yes, gone off. Okay. Let me go back to the template. Thank you. So those nodes are, like I was speaking. So as I was explaining now, what is the node template, the course node association? Basically, it is a template you use to associate, you use the courses to their respective department or faculty, depending on how much node hierarchy you created. Now, let me explain the header so we understand. The first header we have is what we call the node key, or rather external node key. Now, you might wonder, the external node key, what is this external node key? What is this external node key? I'm going to show us what the external node key basically is. Just stand by 1 moment. Now, if you log into your Blackboard system, you go into the admin section. You find your way to the institutional hierarchy, right? Under the institutional hierarchy, you create what we know as the what. There are some faculties that you created. Okay, let me show us that here briefly. Let me share my screen so we can see understand what you're looking at. All right. Can we see my screen? Let me zoom in a little bit. Can we see my screen? Okay. Now, what is the external node key in this sense? The external node key is this identifier here. The external node key, I repeat again, is this identifier here. Let me just edit this one out. It's too long. We don't need all of that. So the external node key you find in your template, right? The external node key you find in your template is what you put, is this identifier you input under the external node key. Okay? It is that identifier from the different faculties or schools that you have created. It is this identifier here, this one that has been highlighted as DTU Arts, is what you copy and you take to what? And you bring it down here to the template. And you put it under the external node key. I'll repeat that. Under the external node key, it is the identifier, the faculty identifier, or the faculty identifier that you input under the external node key. Okay? Under where you have the external node, it is the identifier. So when you are creating the different departments or faculty identifier, you can decide to design some down so that when you are probably creating yours for the first time, you can input it there. Okay, so your external node key is the identifier you have under your the admin part under your node key. Okay, then the course key, the external course key is basically the course ID. The external course key is basically the course ID. So this math 111 now, we're going to put it under the external course key. Okay. The node key is the node identifier or the identifier you've created from the back end of the Blackboard system as an admin. The external course key is the course now that you created. This course now that you've profiled is what you include as the external course key. Then you put your data source key as usual. Always. You put your data source key as usual. After that, you now have the external association key. Now, this most of the time confuse a lot of people. The external association key, oftentimes.
I'm sorry,
I'm not
your screen is
USCT
blank.
community platform. Sorry, can you see it now? Is it visible now?
It's only showing LB.
I'm seeing you.
Sorry about that. Is it showing now?
Really
Sorry.
I've not been seeing the screen too.
Me, I'm seeing it on my site.
I can see the screen, sir.
You can see everything there. Okay, it's visible.
You can just log out and log in.
It's just showing LB.
Just hold on a second. It's going to pop on. You can see my screen.
The screen is very clear. Yeah.
Okay.
It's your network. Refresh and.
Okay.
We are seeing the screen, but it's just showing LB.
LB. Okay, it's probably loading up. Probably it's just the network, but sure. Don't say I have to refresh your system, log in and log out. Just don't worry. Like I said, this session is recorded. We'll send the link, but we're still gonna come back again tomorrow for another one. So somebody says you're not a director of ICT. Okay, somebody, is it Mr. or Mr. Motayo? My colleague, please respond to Mr. Cosmos. If you're not in the community group, reach out to Mr. Cosmos. He's in the chat box. He's gonna wave his hand. His hands will be raised. So If you're not in the community, you've not had any access to the Blackboard platform at any point in time, reach out to him. He will take down your information. I will see how we can bring you up to speed. Okay. So back to our template. So please, is the screen visible now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So the external node key, I'll repeat again, the external node key is the node identifier you design behind the Blackboard via the institutional hierarchy. That's your node. The external course key is your course code or the course ID. Okay, that's the external course key. Then your data source key, which is uniquely designed for you as usual. You have that personally to yourself. Then the external association key. Now, I know this one is going to sound very mathematical and a little bit confusing, right? It's going to sound a little bit challenging, but don't worry. I'm going to try to be as explanatory and try to break it down very well so that you can, understand. Now, what is the external association key? It's very simple. The external association key is a measure of the external node key and the external course key. In simple terms, staff your identifier plus your course code. Your identifier plus course code. Now, one of the most popular formulas we've been using is the pipe delimiter, this particular character. Now, some of us are like, we don't know how to change it. And by default, Excel comes in a comma, all right? Excel comes in a comma. Are we following? Excel comes in a comma, while the others, but what we are using is what the pipe delimiter. Now, you might be wondering, how can I change it? What was the easiest way for me to change this change it in Excel? You don't want to be doing it manually. It's going to be stressful. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my entire screen, and I want us to follow this process. It is the same thing. You can change it back. You're going to follow this step. We can also take it back. After, you can also go back and change it. So this is what we are going to do. First off, open your Windows, type in Control Panel. Sorry, let me bring that out again. Control Panel. Okay. When you come to the Control Panel, are you following me? Hope you can hear me. My screen, is this still visible? Is the screen still visible? Just give me a thumbs up.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, great. Now, from here, I want us to come to where we have clock and region. Clock and region. Clock and region. Select it. When you select that, okay, when you select the clock and region, I want you to select where you have region. Select region. Now, you should see this small pop-up, this small interface here. It should pop up. Okay. Now, when you're done, when this has been displayed, your next step is to come to where you have additional settings. So remember, Control Panel. When you click on Control Panel, you select clock and region. When you select the clock and region, it takes you to the other page and it brings you to where you have date and time. Then you also have region. So I'll need you to now select region. Okay, I'll need you to select region. Okay. I will need you to select region. Now, when you select region, I want you to now come to additional settings. Now, another additional settings where you have list separator, what you'll be seeing here by default is a comma. By default, you see what you're going to see there is a comma, right? So how do you now change it to what the pipe delimiter? I'm going to pull up my on-screen keyboard so you can see what I mean by what the pipe delimiter looks like. Can we see this key here? Can we see where my mouse is? Please, if you're joining, you kindly mute your mic, please.
Right.
Please, I would appreciate if you can mute your mic, please. Mr. Emmanuel, could you mute your mic, please? Mr. Emmanuel, could you mute your mic, please?
My mic is muted.
Please, I would have to disable all the mics. I'm actually forced to disable all mics. So please, you have questions, kindly put it in the chat box and we'll respond to it. If there's time for Q&A, I'll open the mics for all of us to, make our contributions. All right. Okay. So I was trying to show us what the on-screen or what the on-screen, what the key looks like on on-screen keyboard, so you have an idea. When you click on your shift key, you have, can we see where my mouse is? You can just give me a thumbs up with your reaction or something. You can see where this key is. It looks like a capital letter I, but it's longer than a letter I. So you hold on the shift key and you select this. When you select that, right? When you select it and you're sure of it, when you select it and you're sure, you click on apply. When you click apply, you click OK, and you finalize the same OK, and that is all. If you want to change it back into a comma, you can go back and repeat the same process. Just come back to the same region, come to additional settings, and change it to a comma. If you're not okay with it, but what we're using in Blackboard is known as the pipe delimiter. Okay. So are we clear on that part? Are we clear on that? Just give me a thumbs up or a message in the chat box. Okay, great. So the external accession key now, like I said, it's a merger of the node key and the external course key. And how do you do that? Very simple. Equals to, you put the equals to sign as a starting formula. You write the following, you type the following, concat. So for older Microsoft or Microsoft Excel, you most likely see only concat. All right, you most likely see only concat. For newer ones, you see concatenate. Okay, they practically mean the same thing. They do the same work. Okay, so I'm going to open bracket or open parenthesis. I'm going to select A2, which is the external node key, the pipe delimiter, open quotation. I repeat, open quotation, hyphen, then close quotation. I'll go again, the equals to, excuse me, equals to concatenate, open parentheses, A2, which is where the external node key is, which is the identifier, concatenate, pipe delimiter, open double quotation, hyphen, close double quotation. Mr. Cosmos, please, could you type the formula in the chat box for them so that they can see? Close quotation with the pipe delimiter, then B2, close parentheses. Equals to concatenate, A2, pipe delimiter, double quotation, hyphen, close quotation, pipe delimiter, B2, and you click enter. One moment, please. Sorry, hold on. Let's clean these. Then we come here, we're gonna do this. All right. So can we see it? Check the spelling of concatenate. The concatenate is from the Microsoft. It is not me. Check the spelling of concatenate. So A2, this is the formula you use. Now, understand that in Excel, once you've done one, right? Once you've done one, let's say I have multiple. Let's assume we have like 100. Let's play a little bit. Let's do a flash fill. Let's drag it down a little bit. Right? Let's drag it down a little bit. Flash fill the data source. Now, after you've imputed your necessary information from the external node key to external course key, you've done the formula. All you need to do in Excel is just to do double click and you get a flash fill. Okay? Once you use a single formula just to concatenate and do a flash fill. So everything spreads down to the remaining formulas or to the remainders. Okay? It spreads down to the remainders. So external node key, external course key, data source key, and external association key. How do you get your external association key? Your external association key is a merger of the external node key and the external course key, separated by a hyphen. The reason why you're using double quotation, because when inputting special characters or writing in Excel, always use a double quotation. Even if you want to merge a sentence with something, you need to use what we call a double quotation. All right. Any questions? I'm going to enable mics now. I'm going to allow for questions. Do we have questions? Do we have any questions? Yes, Mr. Kamfa, go ahead. You can unmute your mic and ask your question, please.
Okay, sir. Please, can you display your screen?
Yes.
Okay. Still not showing up. So what I want to ask, sir.
Can you see it now? It's coming.
No,
Can you see it now?
I can't. So it's still not up, sir.
Hold on. How about now?
Yes, I can see it now.
All right, go ahead.
So yes, after doing this, I would love, if it's possible, let's use a different external course key. Example, the mat TH11, and then maybe let's say CS211. Let's use a different code apart from the mat11, because I discovered this is being arranged serially accordingly.
Yeah.
So we can use different external course key, maybe CS211, and then maybe the next one, let's say
Please,
Edu.
sorry, one second, Mr. Kamfa. Sorry, Mr. Kamfa, one second, please. Please, if you're not speaking, please, I would appreciate if you can mute your mic, please. Please, if you're not speaking, kindly mute your mic, please. Yeah, Mr. Kamfa, go ahead.
Okay, and then maybe the third one, let's say Edu 211 as well. So where my equation comes in now, with this, the three courses, assuming you want to onboard 3 different courses from 3 different departments. So you see the DTU that's the external node key. I believe it's going to be different because it's
yes, sir. If it's for a different department, yes, you can change it.
Different department, so it should be different.
Yes.
Okay, and then once you're able to get the external association key right, the formula that you inputted, it's going
sorry,
to
1
compute.
second. Sorry, hold on, please. Mr. Mustafa, please, could you mute your mic, please? Please, if you're coming in, kindly mute your mic. Upon logging in, you should be able to mute your mic, please. I'm getting feedback, so. Please, just a second. Mr. Akamfa, hold on 1 second, please. Please, just a moment. Mr. Akamfa, please, could you raise your hand? Kindly just raise your hand. I need you to raise your hand, please. Just raise your hand. Good. Just stay there. Okay, now unmute your mic and continue. Okay, sorry, 1 second. Unmute your mic and continue.
Okay, thank you, sir. So after doing all this, I believe once we're onboarding for different department, as
Yes,
you
associating it to the different departments.
yeah, so the external, once you're able to get the formula right for the external
Yes.
association key, it's
Yes.
going to change the external note and then the external course key at the same time because the formula is right.
Yes.
Okay, because we needed to take note of this because previously we were not getting it right, and after trying to input the external association key, it was
Yes.
not giving us just what you just
Yeah.
did.
So what?
And then
So what I
yes,
think
sir.
why I didn't give you that because so in Excel has a very funny behavior. If you save something, right, and you close it, the formula will disappear. Whatever you did will
Okay.
stay. Whatever you did will stay there, right? But that formula, right? You won't be seeing the formula.
Yeah.
So the changes is more like you're eating you're eating rice on the pot. The moment you move the rice from the pot or remove it from this thing, it becomes cold. You don't see it. So making any changes, any adjustment, let it be immediately as you're doing it. Do you understand? So
Okay.
if you are changing this, maybe you made an error in the department or in the node association key. You can see that immediately I changed it here. It changed.
Yes,
If you
it
notice
did.
the way I changed it changed. Because why? I have not yet saved it. If I save it now and I close this and I open it back, that formula will not show.
Okay, I get.
You understand? So when you're doing it immediately. You're making sure everything is correct. You can save, but the formula will always stay there. So even if you make changes to one, you can just do a flash fill. The formula will correct the rest of it. If it's one error you made, just go to that one, do a flash fill. Everything will be corrected by itself.
It's all right. So for the external
Yeah.
node key, sir, at all
Yes.
time we need to go back to the blackboard where the hierarchy is and then copy the external code key for a node key for each of the courses and then bring it here.
Yes. Yeah. Now, this is what I would suggest you do. To be honest, let me suggest something to you. Very simple. Let you get everything written up somewhere, even if it's in a Google sheet online, naming it by the different department or faculty. I don't know how you created your node hierarchy. Align it like that. Send them a link. So if somebody says, "Oh, what's the node hierarchy? What is the external node key for my department or my faculty?" You send them the link and let them go and look at it. They pick it and they do what they need to do. So you can have it in a single file and give it to every necessary person that needs to have it. Instead of always going back to Blackboard and coming, instead of going back and coming back, just have it in a single place as a single document. Is that okay, sir?
It's okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, Mr. Taiwo Olayanju, please, could you unmute your mic and go ahead, please?
Thank you very much for
Thank
the
you,
work
sir.
you are doing. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
That's the Federal College of Education Technical Taiwo Olayanju. I just wanted
Yes,
to
sir.
say that to make the work easier for us, I mean, for those who are
Yes.
coming and they don't mute their mic, once you note that person, you can mute the mic from your own end.
Yes.
So that to avoid disturbing others.
Disruption.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You mute it
Yeah,
from
thank
your
you,
own end.
sir.
So that we can have. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, the reason why I'm even letting them know is so that it doesn't look like I'm cutting them off if they're trying to say something. That's why I that. But if they don't mute it, I just go in and I mute it myself. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Mwazu. Hold on a second. Let me enable the mic for you. Okay, Mr. Mwazu, go ahead. Unmute your mic and ask your question.
No.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, it's not really a question. I've been complaining since my screen is not showing
No,
what
it's
you're
okay.
doing.
Your screen, my
It's
screen,
only
you're not
showing
seeing
me
the screen.
LB. Yes.
This
I
is
restarted. I just joined back now, and it's still not showing me anything. Just LB.
LB. Wow, it's okay. Don't worry, Mr. Mazu, what institution are you under, sir?
IMAP.
Okay, not a problem. That's fine, not a
It's
problem.
most of our way for
Okay, that's fine, not a problem. No problem. If this is going to be a challenge, don't worry, we'll find a way. Though this is being recorded, it will be shared later on. Then we'll get support from other people to assist. Okay.
Yes, my fear is even if I later watch the video, there may be
And don't worry,
instances where I need
if
to
you don't
ask.
watch it, if you don't watch it, we'll come and we'll handhold you to walk through it. It's not a problem.
It's all right then. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Ahmad Aliu, you can unmute your mic. Mr. Ahmad Aliu. So if you're using an earpiece, it's not working, it's giving a feedback. So you might need to take out the earpiece or the earphones so I can hear you.
Hello.
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. In case of our institution, Isa College of Education,
yes, sir.
on this course note, in this course note, so
yeah.
in external note key, we give it at this the whole course we give them the same thing, that is Katsina.5. Is this possible to change it, or we can leave it like this?
When you say Katsina.5, is that okay? That's your institutional that's the institutional node ID.
Yes.
That's your institution itself, the node ID in itself. Did you create, have you created anyone for your department?
No, we did not create for the department.
Okay, the one you created, I can see the one you created, sir. Isa Keita College of Education, right?
Yeah.
Josimma, yeah. So
Josimma,
I noticed, yeah, you created one. You have IKCOEDM SEASS, you have LGN, you have SCI, and you also have VTE. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So instead of always putting Katsina 5 or K.5, you are sending the course to the particular faculty or schools like you have it here. So copy the identifier like that IKCOEDM SEASS now is an example, right?
Okay.
You copy it, you put it here.
Okay.
You understand? So it comes out like this. Are you okay? Good. So you don't have to be using the Katsina 5 because that one, the Katsina 5 is more like a general identifier for your school. Or K.5 is a general identifier for your school. So you need something that you don't need to do that one. That's just, a little bit bulky. So design the one specifically for your school. Do you understand? Which is the different faculties or departments, which you've done. Probably you just need to add the IK, your initials of your school at the back for the identifier to use it in that one. But besides that, what you need to do is just change it here, put in the, you're doing that identifier and you're good.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Do we have any further questions? Okay, I'll hand over to Mr. Chris. Okay, Mr. Murtala Mohammed, please go ahead, sir. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Let me allow you to unmute your mic. Okay, go ahead.
Good morning, please. This is my first time of joining the program, and one of my colleagues has the detail, but I don't have the details to log into the Blackboard. So I'm very fresh at the beginning of the program. I may like at least give a lighting point for me to get at least what you're talking about. All. Thank you.
Okay, good. Welcome, Mr. Murtala. Sorry, what institution are you under, sir?
Federal University, Gashua.
Federal University, Gashua. Okay, welcome, sir. And you're a representative or a director of ICT?
No, I'm representing the director ICT.
Okay, that's fine. So, so say this is your first time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically, in a nutshell, this session is basically discussing about the different onboarding processes and onboarding templates that we have on the Blackboard system. We just went through the first two templates, which is known as a course template, which basically walks you through course onboarding and course processes, course profiling. Okay, so you're not. This session is also being recorded. After which we will send it. We're having another one by tomorrow. So probably you try and come in a little more earlier so that you can get a hang of it. We're also going to run a recap that tomorrow also, so you're not left behind. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so any questions on the courses again? Any further questions on the course onboarding? Do you have any questions about the courses or the course onboarding? Course association? Yes, can you take us through course enrollment template? Yes, I'll walk us through that. That's no problem. Actually, that particular template is for tomorrow. Today, we want to deal with profiling. So we're going to take the course enrollment template tomorrow. But today, we want to do the profile. We're just going to walk through all profiling processes in terms of user onboarding and course onboarding. That's right. That's what today. Mr. Ahmad, do you still have a question? Mr. Ahmad, do you still have a question? Okay.
No.
All right. So, please, so we're going to walk through the course. We're going to go through users now. Basically the user onboarding. This is another one that I know. It seems it's not an issue for everybody. The user onboarding template, but not a problem. We're just going to speak to it. So that we understand what it's about and what information needs to always be collected at every point in time. So just a moment. Sure, just one moment, please. I know I'm not sharing my screen, so just a moment. Okay, so my colleague Christopher Bossier, he's coming. He's going to walk us through the profile creation of users. So he's going to be coming in now. So Chris, okay, you're here. Would you allow Mike? So Chris will be taking over and he'll be sharing the screen and walking through it. Thank you very much, everyone. So we'll be back again to round off. But Chris, please kindly carry on.
Lincoln, allow my other account.
Which one? The device? Do you have an? Where is it? Okay, great. All right, go ahead.
Can't share my screen yet. Okay, good morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me clearly?
I do loud and clear. Go ahead. I hear you loud and clear.
I think you need to adjust the permissions. I can't share my screen yet.
What message is it showing you? Sorry, just a moment, please. Sorry about that. Sorry about the little break. I think I might have to just okay. So I'll just take us through the users onboarding myself. We have a little bit of a permission issue from here. So just going to I'm going to take us through the users onboarding templates in itself. Then tomorrow we're going to now finalize with the postman and course enrollment. So I'm going to be as fast as I can with this particular template. It's just going to be two templates, which is the user onboarding and user node association. Okay, great. All right, can we see my screen? Just give me a thumbs up or an reaction. Okay, we can see it. All right. Mr. Motayo, can you see the screen? Is she there? Is it Toyo missing? Can you see my screen? If the audio quality is okay, just give me a thumbs up. Can we see hear me loud and clear? Dr. Y. Jimo. Okay. Mr. Dr. Jimo, do you have a question? Or you can just hear me? Okay, you can hear me. Great. Okay, that's fine. All right. So, like I said, we just finished with the course onboarding. Now we are going to look at user profiling or user onboarding. Tomorrow we're going to go finalize on the course enrollment template, and the course enrollment template, the terms template, and the postman. So those three things, we're going to walk through it, and I believe when we're done with those, everybody will be able to, handle some onboarding themselves. And also, just to make for context, yes, we'll allow you to, but also we'll also be assisting just in case you need any help. If you need any assistance at any point in time, do reach out to us, send us a message via WhatsApp or an email, or give us a call, and we're going to see how we're going to support you in every way possible. Right, now let's go straight into this template. Now, this is the user's onboarding template. If you have access to your template, you will see it right now. It's known as the user's onboarding template. Now, this template is simply the template used to profile users. Now, let me explain something a little bit. I'm going to bring us back a little bit. Let me explain something. Let me start with the initial course onboarding we did. I also forgot to mention that in the onboarding, you can onboard all courses in the entire institution. You don't have to separate it or segment it. You can onboard all of them in a single Excel sheet. You can do the association using a single Excel sheet. All you need to do is just to change the different node hierarchy, or rather the external node key like we did earlier on. So you can do that. Now, for users, it is the same thing. You can onboard all users, both students and lecturers alike, using a single file. If you prefer to want to separate the file, then it's okay. But you can always use a single file to carry out the entire onboarding, both for staff and for students, or for lecturers and for students at the same time. Okay, now let's go into first off, in this user onboarding template, what we have is known as external person key and the user ID. External person key, user ID. Let me explain those two very well. Now, what is the external person key? Just like I made mention about the external course key, which is more like a unique identifier for your course ID, which is your course ID. For this, you will use staff ID for lecturers, and you use matric numbers for students. I repeat, external person key is the ID number for staff. We have staff uses staff ID, students use matric numbers. So the external person key, you're going to impute the staff ID for lecturers and use external or the matric numbers for students. Now, if I'm putting in a staff ID, for instance, now, say the person is from, let me use one, let me say FCT, right? maybe a cocker, so I'm just going to put FCTA. Then the staff ID is SS maybe 190, right? Now, you'll notice that normally this is what it will look like. Let me cut this out first. Let me put this. So normally this is what it will look like. P, or is it piece? Yeah, I think, okay, SS slash, right? I believe this is how they do it. SS slash 190 or P slash whatever the digit is. Now, for the external person key, you're not required to put a slash. Instead, you can put a dot or you put a hyphen. You cannot put slash. You cannot put this. You cannot put the exclamation mark. You cannot put an asterisk. You cannot put an ampersand. You cannot impute this. You're only required to put the dots or the hyphen or underscore. Are you following? You're either allowed to put just the hyphen and the hyphen, the underscore, or a dot. Okay? Hyphen, underscore, or a dot. You're allowed to put an underscore, a hyphen, or a dot. For matric numbers, for student now, let me say LCT A dash probably the year dash, no, sorry, the school name, then maybe the department, maybe computer science dash the year, then dash probably the maybe 4 digits. So let me say this one, right? This is, I don't know how other institutions do it, but mine, we back then in school, this is how it used to look like. So you had the initials of the school with the department, the year you joined, and the last 4 digits of your institution. Okay, so in that case, now normally this would have been a standard default matric number for any student. But since we have mentioned that we do not want backslashes or forward slashes. Option 1, we can either remove the forward slashes or backslashes, anyone. Okay, we can remove it. Or if we insist that we want to have separation in numbers, we'll put a dot or put a hyphen, which is preferable as a matric number. Or you put a dot. So dot, hyphen, and underscore, you're good. Okay, now when you put that, we are now going to replicate the same thing. We're going to replicate the same thing under the external, under the user ID. So note that the external person key, the number or the code or the ID under the external person key is the same thing as the user ID. Do not differentiate it. Yes, the user ID means the username, but for auditing and for understanding of what you're doing, it is better. It is, in fact, it is germane, important that you replicate what you have under the external person key as what you also have under the user ID. So do not change it. Okay? Replicate what you have under the external person key and replicate the same thing under the user ID. All right. Then the next one we have is the first name. Sorry, before I move forward, do we have any questions on that, the particular the first two headers? Do we have any questions on the first two headers? If you have a question, we just indicate and I'll pick you. Okay, Mr. Ahmad Aliu. Okay, you have a question. Go ahead, please. Unmute your mic and ask your question.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. In our case, in external personal key, we only put the registration number of our student.
So there is no text,
no slash, no anything.
Okay, so what you can do is you can just put
For example, BTNC 24 TED005. So there is no slash, there is no dot. Can we leave it like this, or we can change it with
Yes,
slash?
you can leave it like that. Leave it like this.
Right.
This is okay. This is good. So you're going to replicate the same thing here.
Okay. Even for the
how
staff,
you're going to like. Yes.
even for staff, we put it IKCOE, then the number of the staff. For example, 714.
Okay. So
yeah,
it's the same thing. So this is perfect. This is also very perfect. You can do the same thing. Okay.
Okay.
You can do it like that also. Just replicate the same thing.
Okay, thank you.
It makes it easier. It will make it when people are logging in, they'll just type, okay, my name is IKCOE714. That's my ID number.
Yeah. It's like
All
this.
Right. Okay,
All
no
right,
problem. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any questions? Anybody has any questions about the first two headers? Anybody has any questions about the first two headers? Okay, okay, Reginald. Oh, yes, Mr. Reginald. Unmute your mic. Go ahead and ask your question. Mr. Reginald, you can unmute your mic. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, great. I just wanted to find out what really differentiates, because looking at this template, I don't really see what really differentiates a lecturer from a student as being seen by Blackboard. Because when you onboard users now, you said that we can actually, in the same template, onboard a lecturer and a student together. And now we are trying to look at the registration number of students or math number of students and then the staff ID. Is that what makes Blackboard understand that this person, this particular user is a lecturer, or there is something else that we need to do? I'm asking this question because when I onboarded users on our own platform, we're trying to, for example, assign courses to these lecturers, but it's not really working. Although I'm using a GUI, I'm not using Postman in this case now. So I don't know if there is something else that I need to do for those of them that I onboarded using Postman, using the same method that you are showing us. So I would like you to please share more light on the differentiating factor between a tutor and a student, so that I'll know what to do going forward. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir, for that. So let me explain. Sorry,
Mr. Ahmad Ali, you kindly mute your mic, please.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Reginald, thank you for the question. Now, it's very simple. First off, assigning courses to lecturers via the GUI, it's done is a very long and stressful process. You're not supposed to do it via the GUI, the interface. You're supposed to do it via Postman. Now that's one. Two, when you're the general template, yes, you're on board with everybody at once, right? At a single go using it. The differentiation comes when you're doing the course enrollment, which I said is the template we'll discuss more about tomorrow. The course enrollment template is what differentiates lecturers from students by the roles they play. And what are those roles? There's the instructor role and there is what? Student. Are you following, Mr. Reginald? Are you there? Are you following me? So the template, so the one that says, that's why I said, use the Postman. If you are doing it via the GUI, you get confused. You might, in fact, anything that has to do with general onboarding should be done via using template, sent via Postman, and let it get into the system. Because by that way, everything it's easier for you to do a bulk upload faster. Okay. Now, the enrollment should be done via the Postman, not the GUI. You will not get anything from there. So you do it via the Postman, which I said tomorrow we're going to, go into that the more. We're going to explain that the enrollment. So the role differentiation comes in the course in itself. What role does a lecturer play? What role does a student play? Yes, by default, when an account is created, they log in. they've not been enrolled into a course. They don't have anything they are doing yet. But when they've been enrolled into a course, that is when the role play begins to come forward. You now know who is a lecturer or an instructor and who is a student. Is that okay, Mr. Reginald?
Yes, that's fine.
So
okay,
what
so
you do, yeah.
Okay.
Go
Round
ahead.
up so that I can ask my follow-up question.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so I wanted to find out because trying to drag, because even this onboarding process now is becoming hectic for some of us here in the institution. And we'll have to, should I say, go to these stakeholders to see how we can gather the information and all of that. Now, these lecturers, they know the courses that they take.
Yeah.
All right. And then also the should I say the modules or the topics that they teach. But somebody was also asking about a particular course being shared by multiple lecturers. Right. So I just want to know, is there a way or we can onboard these lecturers and then we'll teach them how to now, for example, create the courses themselves from their tutors' dashboard on Blackboard, other than going back to them as DICTs and DICT support to go through the same process of getting their data to say, oh, please bring your course, this one, that one. Don't you think it's going to be more stressful?
Okay, so this is the first thing you do. I believe the institution, first of all, has a single database that has all the courses in the entire institution. Am I correct?
Yes,
there's a single database that they're all good. That's 1. 2. Now, the reason why you most likely need lecturers, especially, is just for you to now know what they are taking, which courses they are taking. Am I correct? Which is where the work is. Just trying to identify who is taking what. Am I correct?
Okay.
I believe that's where your challenge is the identification. Because if you have the courses in general, the entire courses in the entire school, but they're down is step 1. Entire users, that is step 2. The step 3, which is the course enrollment, which is always the difficult part. And that's why we said, why not design a simple Google Sheet, right? We created a video some weeks ago that will help with the course enrollment, which I'll discuss more about this enrollment tomorrow, because there's a lot. In fact, it's been made. I found a way to make it easier to do the enrollment once you've gotten your data, because I know it's a little bit bulky and have to be individually say, okay, lecturer 1 is taking 1. Like I said, tomorrow we'll walk all through this. But this is what I want to say. When you want to do the enrollment, when you create a single Google form, right, you can ask them to fill it. Just tell them, fill their course code, their name, their course code, their staff ID, name, email address, phone number, staff ID. Now, this will also help you create a database for yourself, for like a form of course allocation for yourself. So in the future, when it's like, oh, within this year, who took this course? You have a database to present. But the idea at the end of the day is that you have all of the data in a single file. Your own is extract and upload. Another job you can do is have representatives from the department or for the faculties. I don't know, are you the DICT in itself, sir? Are you the DICT?
No, I am supporting my DICT.
You're supporting your DICT. Good. Now, this is what I'll ask you to do on behalf of your DICT. Your school, do you guys do faculty, or is faculty or schools? Which one do you guys do? Faculty or schools?
We do faculty. We also have school. We're a medical university, so we have a school of colleges rather.
Okay.
And then faculties.
Not a problem. So this is what you would do. Each faculty or school should have somebody, give or take, that can help them collect that collection, right? What you would do as a representative is tell them, look at this template. What do I need from you? Give me the course code and the course title of these courses, right? Your own job is supervise, more or less the job of the DIC, supervise. But your own is make sure they provide you with the necessary information within a time frame. Your DICT's responsibility, you as a DICT or his representative, to now say, hey, what is going on? Make sure that the workload is not so much on you alone. Disperse the work. Get representative from each of the faculties or the department. I need this from your department, or I need this from your faculty, I need this from your faculty, I need this from your faculty via this template. This is what I need you to provide for me. Case closed. They present it to you. If they make an error, because we all learn by making errors, you send it back to them. You're missing this, you're missing this. Can they provide this? All right. So when they provide, you already have a final template. Your own is now to what? Copy and paste. Copy and paste. Review, clean, upload. If your director now choose that, okay, he wants to also assign those representatives to be doing onboarding for their department of faculty, it's also a choice. You understand? It's also a choice. But because of what was that, the process, you don't want to be very careful with the people that are giving certain access to. You might just want to limit it to only yourself. So your task can be bring your data, look at it, make sure it's clean, and you upload. Is that okay, sir?
Right. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you very much, sir.
That's fine. Okay,
All
so
right.
now what happens now that we've, although all the users, apart from a guy that just walked in while we were on this call, that asked me to just onboard him, so I just decided to use GUI to onboard him.
And because that is only
So
one
what
person.
happens?
Because it's only one person, it's just only one. But if it's only one person, then you can say, okay, you want to. But if it's more than, I don't know if there's a policy or there's a form of a process flow, you can design one. Hey, you want to get onboarded. You can't just walk. Yes, you can walk into the office, but you need to provide this, and this for you to get this. When you put that in place, people will tend to follow it and understand the process. They don't always have to come to you. They can either send an official mail providing their information, or send them, you can just send them a link. Kindly fill this information. Finish. You can save yourself a lot of work. You can be back home. You sent out a link. Hey, you are new. You want to get onboarded onto the Blackboard system. Here is a link. Fill it out, and we'll follow through from there. You've made your work easier and seamless for yourself. The one is you can't look at the link as somebody, as the person filled it. If the person said, and if they make excuses, you can let them know, hey, I sent you an email, I sent you a link. Have you filled it out? Yes or no? Filling a form should not be more than 2 to 3 minutes. You're just asking for name, email address, and phone number, which most of the browsers that we have these days have an automatic fill. So if those information have been filled before, just automatically fill and you get your data. Okay?
Okay, so what do you advise? Should I go and delete this user or the user that I have created?
Leave him. No, you've already created, right? You've already created some of them, not a problem. You can pause. But now, to make your work easier, let's try doing a bulk upload. Get user data in a single Excel sheet or Google Sheet form. Clean the data according to the template that we're explaining, and upload via the Postman.
Okay, no problems. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Reginald. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Thomas. Sorry. Mr. Comfort, please give me a minute. I'll come back to you now, please. Just give me a minute. Mr. Thomas, go ahead. Unmute your mic and ask your question. Mr. Hemba Thomas, could you unmute your mic and ask your question? All right. Since while you're trying to do that, Mr. Kanfa, sorry, could you unmute and ask your question, please, Mr. Kanfa?
Okay, yes, sir. My question is, I discovered there are two ways of onboarding users. One through the Postman, and then the other one through the Blackboard learning management system.
Yeah.
What if an institution has onboarded all our staff or the instructors and then some of the students, and we discover after onboarding most of these, some of the information that are missing when you onboard
When you see some of the information, like what?
Let me say, maybe the last name or email or some of the information after when uploading using the Blackboard learning management system. And then when you come back to the Postman to do some of the onboarding, you see it's not corresponding with what you were getting or what you did through the other end. And then how can one delete some of those users that has been onboarded directly through the Blackboard and then use the Postman only in the onboarding? Because using the Postman, we discover the onboarding is better and it's go in batch and it will give you
there's also a
actually
delete
what
option. In case you didn't notice, there's also a delete option in the Postman. Maybe you didn't see it.
Okay, yes, there is, but I'm referring to those ones that you have onboarded using
Okay, so this is
the
what you
Blackboard.
do. Yeah, this is what you do. Now, most of the time, yes, we understand that some people's maybe last name can go missing in the process of onboarding, maybe first name. Just give them their access credentials, especially using their staff ID or matric number. Let them go and update it themselves. They can log in as long as, see, if the matric number, now let me go back to that template. If this external person key is working, but
Yes.
maybe you're
Yes, sir.
onboarding for the first. If these two things are working, the external person key and the user ID is working, and this is missing, the first name is missing, but this one is there, this one is there. The user can always log in and go and update their information as long as this is correct.
Yeah, that's fine, sir.
The
And
only,
then
the only challenge is maybe if this one is now wrong, the user ID and is now wrong, then you now have to literally delete the person completely.
Okay.
You understand? It's only when the
Yes,
external
sir.
person can, because this is like a permanent registration. You have to remove it completely if it's not correct. So you have to take out the person completely. But if this is correct, but this is maybe one of these two things are not correct. Let the user go and log in with what their ID number and make those adjustments and make those corrections.
Okay, sir. So what if we use an email address as the external person key and then user ID? Can it go through?
It will go through. So because of what TEDFund requested, we advised that we tell everybody to use their staff IDs, right? But in place of an email, use an institutional email. Don't use a personal email. Use an institutional email. Do you understand? It is very important.
Yes.
And please, this is also for all DICTs. Ensure that staffs use the institutional email because it is very important, not just for Blackboard alone, but I believe for every other what do you call now, every other openings or any other work that might be done in the future. Institutional emails are very important. Some of them might feel like, what am I using the email for? They might look at it as not important, but me and you know that that is very significant. And there's a reason why the institutions pushed for everybody to have an institutional email address. So, Mr. Kamfa, let them use institutional email address that is very functional and they are using it.
It's okay, sir. Thank you so much. Why I asked was because sometimes there's challenge getting staff user ID. Some of them will want to frustrate you before giving you, but it's easy for you to have their email address. So I feel using the email address can serve as the user ID, where
as an
some
alternative.
cases, as an alternative for you to navigate to finish your work on time.
That's fine. Not a problem, sir.
It's all right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Mr. Thomas, could you unmute your mic now? Your hands are raised. Do you want to unmute your mic now? Mr. Thomas, do you want to unmute your mic? Oh, good. I just have less than 20 minutes to finish. Okay, Mr. Mazu, please.
Yes, I come back again. My
not a problem.
question this time around. If you onboard a student, I didn't inform you. I'm using my phone now. That's why I'm able to see your screen.
It's okay. You're good.
If you onboard a student, for how long is a student going to have access to that site after graduation? How would you know that the student? For instance, is it two? Is it going to be a lifetime thing, or there will be a time they will stop having access to the Blackboard LMS?
No, so if they are a student, right, obviously they'll be using the course. So when they graduate, now this is where the database for your institution, those data that you've been uploading, you don't just trash it anywhere. You know that, okay, this set of people have graduated, they are no longer students. You can just use the delete option. There under the Postman, there's what they call user delete. Or what's that word now? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. So what you do, you can just remove them. Once you send the same file, just carry the CSV file, upload it on the delete option. It removes them automatically.
Okay.
So they stop being students. So you basically know that the idea is from the process of graduation, you know, okay, these are the people that graduated. You list them out. Okay, these are people that have graduated. Your own is now go just filter out your data, upload it and delete.
Okay. Yes. So it will take care of those people that are doing spilling. Spillover students.
Yes. So those spillover, we know those ones who will stay over. So those ones that see themselves logging in or see themselves having access, we know that, okay, I have a carryover, I have a spillover, and I need to take my classes.
Okay. Yeah. It's all right then. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Clement, go ahead, sir. Mr. Clement, could you unmute your mic and ask your question, sir? Okay, please let me quickly run by this template. I'll give us enough. I'll just 20 minutes or 10 minutes. So let me quickly run this template for us. Okay, hello? Yes, Mr. Clement. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
Please, I want to find out, does the Blackboard has a report of student activities at each of the semesters or section?
Yeah, there's a report. There are reports there.
As an administrator, you can get a report of all the students. And secondly, is there a way that you can filter students who have graduated from those who have carryovers, so that you're able to know those who you need to delete?
Yes. No,
and
no, so
yeah.
Okay. So let me answer the second question first in terms of the spillover. This is how this works. Now, most of the time, lecturers are the one that notify you about students that still have carryovers. Am I correct? I don't know if that's the way they do it. Lecturers are the one who notify you about carryovers. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, your lecturers will provide you with a list of students, can give you two lists, carryover students, and if I tell a lecturer to give you those who have graduated, you don't really necessarily need to stress about the spillover student, because then if they find themselves still logging into the Blackboard system, they know that, okay, they have spillovers and they are still seeing their courses. So the lecturer can provide you or will provide you with two lists if need be, if you request that from him, students that have carryovers and students that have graduated. Those who have graduated is what you will now upload, not those who had spillover. Those who had spillover will still be seeing it. Those who have carryover, who have graduated, will be deleted immediately you get their data. So you don't need to necessarily stress yourself about that. The lecturers can handle that responsibility themselves. Please, I'll open room for questions. I just need to quickly finish up that template tomorrow so that we can ask our questions. Okay. So on that part, then secondly, on the aspect of reporting, so right, for now, there is no admins do not have direct access to collect certain reports. Most reports are given by lecturers because of they are the ones who monitor their students' performance, what their students are doing in the class. So from assessment to performance to grades and etc. Blackboard mostly gives access to lecturers, not to the administrators. But that can also be let me say, would I say a suggestion, an opinion that can be communicated to the Blackboard developers. If there's a way, I believe that reports can be generated by administrators also. But for now, reports are only generated by lecturers based off of student performance in their classes. Is that okay, sir?
Yes, sir. But can a student be sanctioned in case of maybe trying to play tricks on the Blackboard? Is it possible for a student to be sanctioned on the Blackboard?
When you say sanctioned, can you give me an example? Sorry?
Can a student be suspended for a while?
Yes, you can. You can suspend student for a while from the Blackboard system.
Okay.
You can suspend student for a while. Yes, you can suspend student. Maybe you don't want them to log in. You can suspend them for a while. And especially probably those who have not paid their fees, you can decide to want to suspend their account pending to when they pay, then you activate it. Is that okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Debosa, go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adebola Lawal from Pro Global Marketing. I think one of the things that institutions need to focus on also is the development of policy for the usage of Blackboard. So the question the DICT asked about sanctioning, some of these things will be guided by such policy. It is important. It's one of the requirements that institutions were meant to develop and submit to TED Fund when we're activating this project. So for institutions that have not, I think it's important that they sit down, develop one, and also make sure that all students within the institution and even lecturers are aware of such policy. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. All right, so please, Mr. Patrick, Mr. Paul, Dr. Emmanuel, please just hold on to your question. You can put it in the chat box, but just hold on to your question. Let me quickly finish up this template so that we can give room for more questions, okay? Please. Thank you. I'm going to run through the template briefly so that we don't waste much of our time. Okay, so I've explained the external person key. I've explained the user ID. The first name, which is obviously, so you put in the first name, you put the last name. If the user has more than one name, you can add what they call either a middle name, right? Or you can add another name, anyone. So you have the options to do that. Then you have the default email address. Now, if the user does not have an email, you can leave it blank. If one or two people don't have an email, not a problem, but please let them know that when they log in, they need to provide a functional email address in their profile. Then password. On the issue of password, please note that password or default password are designed by the administrator, or the admins, you, the DICTs and admins. A simple 12-character digit password, 13-character password should be designed for as a default for everybody to use. Then we have the student ID, which is basically duplicating what you have under the external person key. Okay, watch out under the external person key and also place it under the user ID. Okay, then you have the department, maybe the department the person is from, computer science, anyone. You input the department here. The M phone or mobile phone is basically the phone number of the user. Now, if you put it like this, and you see that the 0 goes missing, don't worry about it. It is fine. Your number still remains the same. Okay, then the gender, you input your gender there, the gender of the person. Now, let me just make context for some people. Now, when doing onboarding, you see gender, you see department, right? And you see other name. If all of these things are not available in general, let's say you have a long list and most of them do not provide you with these three, you can remove them. Just remove the column. Just remove the column. If you can't find, now this is optional. If you can't find that information, just remove the column. But the most important information are these ones that you can see here: the external person key, the user ID, first name, last name, email, password, the student ID, their phone number, and then your data source key. Like I mentioned earlier, your data source key always. I call her the girlfriend that doesn't let go. So, or your ex that never lets go. Your data source key is always with you for every upload you're doing. So always include your data source key in there. Then in institutional role, now for some schools, no, for all schools, each school possesses an institutional role when doing the onboarding. So please, it is important that if you don't have yours, you can reach out to us and we can give it to you. Right? So that's that on that. Any questions? So I can give room for further. Sorry, any questions on the template before I close or rather give room for questions? I think I can open the floor now for questions. So we have another 5 minutes. So by 12:15, we should close the question. So I'm going to Mr. Patrick. Mr. Patrick, okay. Unmute your mic. Mr. Patrick, please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, so go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Lincoln, for the wonderful presentation. You could really try your best to make this scene very simple and easy to implement. Not minding that it's a very complex system we are trying to to walk through. Okay, but for myself, I'm a DICP support staff, and I'm like the champion in the institution. Everybody is looking up to me for a whole lot of things, and questions I'm coming here and there.
Yeah.
So far, I've done the onboarding, and then it's just remaining post enrollments and then some other things. But my question now is, do I have to do post enrollments every semester? Because of course, a student that is doing this course this semester, next semester, the courses the person will be doing will change. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
So, or is there a system that is in place in Blackboard whereby, because somebody in computer science in year 1, first semester, when he moves to second semester, automatically, is there a way that Blackboard can automatically assign the second semester courses to him and enroll him automatically? Or do I have to go through the whole process of post enrollment in every semester? So that's the question.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Before I answer that question, Chris.
Let me take that question.
All right, Chris, go
Okay.
ahead.
So basically, when you're uploading your courses, before you even do enrollment, when you're uploading your courses, then the duration. This allows you to set the start date and end date of that course, which is basically beginning and ending of that semester. Now you mentioned when, let's say, someone in first semester moves to second semester, if you upload all the courses at once and you enroll all those courses at once, you do not need to re-enroll those students again. You can basically do this enrollment once a year for like every session. So if you have done an enrollment now for first semester and second semester, you're not doing again till the next semester. So now basically the duration in those courses, what it helps you do is once the end date of that course has elapsed, once the end date has elapsed, the course will basically become unavailable, and then the students will only be able to see the next course, which is the course in the second semester. So now let's say you create Maths 101 and then it's meant to end at the end of May. Let's say 30th of May, right? And then there's Maths 102 and the start date is 1st of June. So once it is 1st of June, the Maths 101 is going to become unavailable for the student, but the instructors still have access to it. And then Maths 102 will now become available for those students, and then they can just continue their education that way. Does that answer your question, sir?
Mr. Patrick, are you there? I think it's network.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So that means I will have to plan it in the onboarding, and then maybe fix start dates for each semester and then end it for each semester for it to automatically kick in when it gets to that time, right?
Exactly, yes. So all you just have to do, upload your courses, do the necessary settings of the course, and then upload your students. And now students can even do self-enrollment. Okay, so the way your students go and do course registration on the school portal by themselves, they can easily go to Blackboard LMS2 and do self-enrollment. They just pick out all the courses that they are taking for that whole session. So they can enroll into first semester courses and second semester courses at the same time. Then the duration that you have set to those different courses would now control the availability of those courses.
Okay, it's all right. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chris. Yes, Dr. Emmanuel, please. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
I think
sir.
it's afternoon now. Yeah, the last question, I wanted to contribute, but I think it has been done. But I have something on that. Before I go to my question, setting the happen in the institution will say that the course is to end so day, and something can adjust because calendar can be adjusted. So I hope the system has something that can also let us have that being adjusted for that time limit?
Yes, sir. So it's like the settings for every course is flexible enough to give you control over it. Yes, sir.
Okay,
So you
control.
could even
Then
like
number
what you
two.
just mentioned now, the timeline changing. It's also possible that let's say a course finishes or it's cancelled in the middle of a semester. Like let's say the course has been moved to a different semester, or for some reason, best known to the institution, they have to just end that course in the middle of the semester. You can actually just go into the system and then make the course unavailable immediately. So the settings are actually flexible.
Now that's okay, that is good. Then number two, I've actually been patient listening to the issue of when students graduate. I want to also look at this because when we look at database is something that is very robust. Why is there no way that we can have something that could be a added platform that when students graduate, it will just move to a kind of database that is only the administrator that can download. Because there are times that after a student have graduated for like 5 years or many years, they come back and they will tell us, please, we need a greater result. So any administrator at that time should be able to go and download rather than us deleting. Because like what I'm seeing here is that we are exiting students. But can't we have a situation that they exist from that platform and go to a database that we can recall many years from now? So that's also what I'm looking at.
Okay, so to answer that question, yes, it is actually something we just discussed here in the office. It's actually better you make those students unavailable rather than deleting them, just like what you said. Because like for me personally, I graduated from the University of Abuja in 2021, but I still have access to my results and school fees receipts and everything that is on the portal. So now you can make, instead of deleting them like you mentioned, for the sake of continuity, maybe people coming back to verify their transcripts and all of that, since all the records are going online, you can make all those students that have graduated unavailable, so that way their record still remains on the system. They might still have access to the system, but they will not have any courses tied to their names. They will just have access to come in, like what you said, the administrator will have access to come in, view their grades, and then download it, but the students themselves will not have any coursework on the system. So yes, it is actually doable, sir. Okay,
thank you.
also
That's
want to
fine.
speak on that.
Thank you.
So thank you for that question. There are two different systems that we're talking about here. So the LMS is this Blackboard, which is to help aid teaching and learning. Now, the system that you're referring to is called the SIS, which is the Student Information System. There are two different systems. The SIS is meant to be permanent within the institution, keeping records of the details of each student in and out of that pass through that school. So those records, obviously, you don't delete them. They're permanent. So that's the difference in what we're talking about here. Thank you.
Thank you for that, sir. That's very good. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Kanfa, I still have a question. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Mine is a contribution because I believe and know that the Blackboard, it's operated on using a central database. That's why it doesn't even affect an institution because all the information, the onboarding, and then the onboarding of the courses, the student all goes to a central database. That at the end of the day, it doesn't have to affect the institutional database. So deleting any record, there's no need of it. At any time, when you want to add your information or your student or your record, you just keep adding. And then most of those courses from 100, or let me say what we're trying to do, we, after inputting, onboarding all the courses from 100 to 400 level, the courses are there, and then each and every semester that comes, you make the courses available for the students that are going to going to take those courses for that semester. And after then, any new sets that are coming, they will still come in contact with those same courses. You don't need to delete the courses. You don't need to modify, but you can modify them. So that's the easy thing. Once they're there, it's easy for you to navigate all through those courses. And again, sir, I want to suggest, if it to be possible, maybe we can have a run, a run of the starting point of from the blackboard down to the postman system by tomorrow, so that there are people that don't know how to even set the system from the hierarchy, the admin, from the administrative part down to the hierarchy, and then down to how you can onboard the courses on the postman. So these are very important, because I believe on the postman we have some is it plugs in that we need to configure, activate them before the system can even start working. So those are
All of
things
those
that almost
things,
everybody
it will be
needs
covered.
to
Everything will be covered by tomorrow. Everything on that will be covered tomorrow.
Is all
Today
right,
was
sir.
just
Thank you so much.
explaining. Everything will be covered by tomorrow.
It's okay, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Mr. Clement, do you have any comments? Mr. Clement, sir, do you have any comments? Okay. Okay. Mr. Ahmad, do you have a comment, Mr. Ahmad? Mr. Ahmad, do you want to mute your mic and ask your question? Mr. Ahmad, are you there, sir? Okay. Mrs. Okay, from DICT Yabatech. Good afternoon, ma'am. Please unmute your mic and ask your question. Mrs. Koyanikon, please could you unmute your mic? Can anyone hear me? Are we here?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, please. It seems nobody's unmuting their mic. I think we can close for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. I appreciate the time. I appreciate the contributions. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit more intense. We're going to go into the actual work. So if possible, if you have your data, you want us to walk you through, tomorrow is an opportunity for you to come and see the walkthrough of how everything is going to be done. We'll see you all again tomorrow. Thank you so much for the time. Do have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you so much. Have
Thank
a
you so
wonderful day,
much.
sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
For the presentation. And hope you will drop your number for us so that I see it.
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Your initial communication of the meeting link, because the details don't go on the same connection. So this is what was make mistakes. Please let us be careful next time. Hopefully it's fine.